Today is playoff day. Can we finally get into the Championship? We have Wigan first of all in the semi-finals. First leg is at home, second leg is away. Hopefully we can right last year's wrong. Stick around because today is going to be a mental episode. Here we are then at the racecourse. Wrexham at home to Wigan. It is the first leg of the semi-finals of the playoffs. It's a big game and one of these W's is going to get a dub today. Ben Wilson starts in goal for Wrexham with Adam Devine, Rhys Williams, Dishon Bernard, Josh McKenzie, Jack McKenzie even, Josh Nerfield, Eduardo Bove, Joe Bellingham, Adrian Blake, Sebastian Neves and Charlie Lingard keep their starting berth up front. The Wigan side is Haug in goal, Ryan Nyambe, Curtis Nelson, Jason Kerr, Stephen Sessegnon, Tom Lockyer, Jordan Cousins, Josue Kashmir, Jamie McGrath, Ben Woodburn and Roger Asale. So a very strong side for Wigan, who just finished fourth in the league. It is time for us today to take back our Championship space. We need to resurrect last season's happenings. Obviously, we missed out on automatic promotion by just 1 point last year, and it was absolutely gutting. As soon as we got into the playoffs, we lost in the final. We bottled the last game massively. This time, it is not going to be that way. We are a better side. We got more points this season, and I believe we can definitely show the teams why we deserve to be in the Championship. Rhys Williams with a header from a corner from Wigan. Nyambe down the right hand side. Blake does well to block it and he clears it into the centre of the park. Neves wins the header very well. Josh Nerfield, can you find Charlie Lingard? It's not a great ball, but a great play there from Lingard, finding Bellingham to find Blake, and he can cross the ball in. Bellingham's going to win the 50-50. Josh Nerfield goes down. Neves gets it across, and Charlie Lingard puts it away. I was debating starting Paul Mullin and Sebastian Neves for this game. I couldn't believe I was thinking about dropping Charlie Lingard. Great play here. Nerfield goes down. Neves somehow squeezes that ball through. Nelson gets a touch and it finds Charlie Lingard, who is there to poke home and make it 1-0 Wrexham. Now Luton are beating Bristol Rovers as well. Either way, it will be a very difficult final if we do make it there. Both teams are good. Bristol Rovers we beat last time we played them. I think also the case of Luton. We've been on some fantastic form, but we're not there yet. We've got a lot of a harder challenge first. We've got 60 minutes left of this one and another full game against Wigan to go. Charlie Lingard there, hacks down on the halfway line as we look to counter-attack. A great ball in there from Blake, but Sebastian Neves heading just over the bar. And we are 5 minutes away, going 1-0 up in half-time. Bellingham's going to get a corner in. We know how dangerous we are from these, and there's a good save from Haug, keeping it at 1-0 for half-time. It's a long clearance, but I think this highlight is going to just fizzle out. What a touch that was from McKenzie. Williams back in his place. Great ball as well, and Neves is through, and that wasn't even the highlight. What an assist that is for Rhys Williams, and Sebastian Neves paying me faith for why he started today up front with Charlie Lingard. What a ball this is from Rhys Williams. I was not expecting to score from this highlight. A great ball, a great touch from Neves. What a signing that was on a free contract in January. A hidden gem we managed to find thanks to our fantastic Belgian scout. And there he was for free, sitting there ready to be poached. And what a player he has been. He only had 4-star potential, but we didn't listen to that. We've gone with his ability, his pace, his finishing, and we have believed in him, and he has paid us faith 100%. 9 goals for just the second half of the season for the 18-year-old. So I'm very, very happy with him. A ball forward there from Ben Wilson finds Neves. Blake, can you find him through again? Neves is through again. It's a great save by Haug. He gets on the rebound and hits the post. Neves nearly making it 3-0 and getting in second in the game. He has turned up for a massive game here. Eduardo Bove tries to go with a switch to Adrian Blake, but not quite coming off. We have been massively on top in this game. XG-wise, we are flying well above Wigan on a 2.25 compared to their 0.29. Luton and Black Bristol are drawing 1-1 as well. The next game is in literally just 3 days, so we need to be careful in terms of fresh legs out there. Let's get Paul Mullin on for Charlie Lingard. Let's keep Josh Nerfield fit as well. And let's keep Job fit for Tayshaun Oakley-Boot. I'd like to maybe get one more goal going 3 goals back to the Wigan Athletic Stadium, going to face the Lactics at home would be very nice, but 2 goals would also be brilliant. 1 goal would not be fantastic, but Paul Mullen is well alert to a short throw in there, and he has picked up the ball in an interception. He's driving down the right-hand side. It's a ball in the box. Nyambe does well. He finds Haug, and somehow Wigan clear, and it looks like a counter-attack for Wigan as well. It is Lang on the ball. There's a man open in the middle. It is Asali, and it's a finish from Roger Asali. His 27th goal of the season. It changes to 2-1, and just a 1-goal league. Nelson with a long throw in. Mackenzie clears easily. Jordan Davies, get this ball down the line, and Neves, go and show us why you're playing still. Get the ball down the line again. That's beautiful. Jordan Davies finds Bove. Can he find Davies again? He can. Gets Paul Mullen through. I think he's just offside. I think he was a yard offside. He was. It does go back to the linesman, and Paul Mullen a slight tad too eager there. Jordan Davies, though, with good vision, and you know what? Closer than I thought. That man at the back post, just keeping him offside. This game has to fizzle out now to a 2-1 win. We massively deserve to win this game by more. It means we're going to have to go away to Wigan and have a very good performance to get through. It is Divine on this right-hand side. Finds Sammy Smodics. Not a great ball. Different wavelengths there. I think Paul Mullen not being in the team has shown there. Lang winning the header. Reece Williams does get out cover across well, though. And we can now build down this right side. Divine has taken that starting spot off of Nathan Ferguson. Does cut it back and then goes inside to Tayshaun Oakley-Boot, who can find a great ball there too. Paul Mullen gets Sebastian Neves through, and it's a shocking attempt with his left foot. Paul Mullen's pace seems to really have dropped off with that hip injury. You can tell now he's not quite bursting in behind like he used to, but we will certainly take a 2-1 lead going away to the Wigan Stadium next time out. I believe the Bristol Rovers and Luton game finished 1-1 as well. Let's quickly just check what that result was, but I'm happy to be going into the second leg leading. It's a slightly slender league than we deserve. The game actually finished 2-2 with Bristol Rovers getting a very, very late goal, which puts them in the driving seat for that other leg. Let's go ahead, play this second leg and see if we can make another playoff final. I just want to take a very quick moment just to thank you all for the 350 subscribers before New Year. It means a hell of a lot to me. I've hit that in literally the last half hour, so a massive thank you. If we can keep the support going and keep subscribing, it helps me out massively, and I'm so grateful to every single one of you. Let's get into this second leg against Wigan. And we return to action here away at Wigan. An injury scare in the meantime, but we've jabbed Reece Williams full of injections for this one. He's back in literally 3 to 4 days with the injections, so it made no sense to not play him in this one and give him them injections. So he is fighting fit with Deshaun Bernard at the back. I hope it doesn't cause any upset in our defence. I'm hoping today is a very similar result to the last game against Wigan. Just the one change, it is Jordan Davies starting at left mid over Adrian Blake. I think that Wrexham fight and spirit, he got it in his bones, he's got it in his heart, and hopefully today he can take us into the Championship. We'll be keeping an eye as well on the Bristol versus Luton game. Wigan seems to have made a change. Will Keane is in the team today, assessing on the ball in. Ben Wilson claims that very well. I don't think Will Keane played in the first game. Man United legend as far as I'm concerned. Big Will Keane would have been anything he wanted without injuries, so hopefully he doesn't show that talent today. Sebastian Neves, hopefully you show us some of your talent, dispossessing the defender there but not quite breaking clear. Reece Williams with a great header. Joe Bellingham finding Jack McKenzie. Can he get down this line? He can. Gets it to Jordan Davies, and that Wrexham spirit is what we've got here. A ball in the box. Nyambe heads clear. Josh Nerfield, what a ball in that is. On the half volley, and Lingard puts it in the back of the net, and Wigan are losing 3-1. It is a result, a goal we needed. We really needed the first goal in this game. A header there from Nyambe wasn't a great one, and Nerfield was alert to it to make it 1-0. Like I said, that goal was needed for us to get that 2-goal gap. We really should have had a 2-3, maybe even 4, some would say, gap from that first game, because we absolutely dominated, but we did not get the goals we deserved. But that is not the case here today. Reece Williams makes it 2-0. That big old Welsh head of his... Is he Welsh? I don't think he is Welsh. That big old Reece Williams shaped head of his heading these crosses in the back of the net. He is so tall. His heading and jumping reek is ridiculous. And that is his 7th goal in just half a season. And what a signing that was. I really need to just check this. Is he Welsh? I don't think he is Welsh, you know. I don't know how I'm going to check this either. I can't click on him. I don't think he's Welsh. I'm sorry for saying he was Welsh. I'm sure he's actually English. But yeah, Reece Williams. Can he get another? Jordan Davies the ball in again. Reece Williams, great save from Howe. He doesn't care. Reece Williams, whatever you are, boy, you are a goal scorer. You are a heading machine master. And look at that little celebration, telling them all how good he is. Reece Williams, great header, great save, but this time with his right boot. Can he get a perfect hat-trick and get one with his left as well? Jordan Davies with the ball in the box. Reece Williams, I thought it was a hat-trick. I thought it was a hat-trick in the first half for our centre-back. That is why we gave him the injections today, to make him play this one and dominate Wigan in the air. It is safe to say we are going to be in the playoff final. 5-1 on aggregate. If we bottle it from here, well, the series is over. Not the season, the series is over. There is no more Wrexham videos coming out ever. Maybe, you know, if we lose the final, we will carry on. If we bottle this semi-final, I'm out. I'm done. Quitting off YouTube. 350 subs. Goodbye. That is me done. It shouldn't happen. I really hope it doesn't, because I really enjoy making the content for you guys. But McGrath here with a corner ball, whips it in, and Jordan Brown doesn't want to see me on YouTube anymore. It is 3-1. It is an hour to go. And I'm really thinking, do we rest legs or do we go for this and make sure we get a nice big victory? And I think I'm leaning, as you can see from these endless subs, to just rest people. We do not want injuries now. We do not want red cards, especially. Will Andy Yappan come on? That could be our 5 subs in 65 minutes. Even if we were to go down to 10 men with an injury, I really think would be absolutely fine. Boyake finds Jordan Brown. He does not want to see me on YouTube anymore, does Mr. Jordan. But Ben Wilson does. And it's a great save. It's a clearance. And Sammy Smodics with his 5'1" body, trying to get on the end of that one. We're going long to the small, well, I say the smallest. Adrian Blake is very small, but he's not on the pitch. McGrath is through. And McGrath scores for Wigan. It is 3-2. And it is just 2 goals now. And it is tight. And I've just made 5 subs. And this game is not over like I thought it was. I'm going to time waste a little bit here, because I'm nervous we're going to bottle this, and I'd love to not even draw this game. I'd like to have a nice convincing win, just so we can go into the final with a little bit of confidence. Bristol Rovers are winning 1-0 against Luton. We have got another highlight, and I didn't want to see any more highlights. I wanted to be done. I wanted nothing else but this game to fizzle out like this. It is Eduardo Bove. Decent ball there to Mullin, but Meepo does get on the defender's mistake, and it's a great save from Haug in the Wigan goal. I really need a drink. Not the time for my body to decide it needs water. I'm like that hydrate button from Naluja. I forget to drink, and then all of a sudden I'll just go claggy. Not that you need to know that in the 81st minute of a playoff semi-final, but here we are, and we're talking about my claggy throat. Bristol Rovers 2-0 up against Luton. We are through to the final, and so are they. It is a Wrexham Bristol Rovers final. We just need to relax. We've probably got a week to just zen and meditate. We don't need to do any training. We need full fitness. We need full recovery. We need Reece Williams to shine that head of his and get us some goals in the final. This is going to be quite some game. Last time we played them, we did beat them 3-2. But let me just have a look at our previous results against them. I know it was 3-2 last time out. What was the first result against Bristol Rovers? Where are they in here? We lost 4-2. It was Alex Roberts with a brace, Aaron Collins with 1, Anthony Evans with 1, Paul Mullin and Adrian Blake getting the goal. But this man is apparently who we need to look out for. No face, no case. But last time it was a 3-2 win to us. I'm just saying, this form, without them 2 friendlies, has been brilliant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins in a row without friendlies. That is exactly what you want heading into a final. It is 1 week to go. We've got a week to rest and recover. You guys will be back for the playoff final. Well, I messed this up massively last season. I think this season we're going to go with ease expectations. I think last year I went with a bit of pressure, and they've reacted very well to that this season. That's 1-0 in my eyes. I feel like as we step out to Wembley, some new lighting is in order. We've got the white, bright lights behind us. We're walking out onto the Wembley pitch. The team for us is very much unchanged. I think we've got Sammy Sosmodics has started at right mid, is pretty much the only change I've made. It is still Ben Wilson, Devine, Williams, Bernard, McKenzie, Smodics, Bove, Bellingham, Davies, Neves and Lingard. And we're 1-0 up in 3 minutes, and we could be about to make our push to the Championship. Last year we come so close, and this year we have snuck in at the death. We were not in the playoff positions until the last day of the season, and Deshaun Bernard for some reason is in the box, and we are 1-0 up against Bristol Rovers, who are a very, very good side. We've played them twice this season. Once we've beat them 4-2, once was 3-2. I was meant to change these back to red for Wrexham, and that was cool, wasn't it? I look awesome doing that. I love my new toys for Christmas. But it's 1-0 and we are 30 minutes in, and we are on top of Bristol Rovers here today. It is our blaster for them, finding Archie Collins, who is a very, very good player. And they've also got another man up front. I think it's Alex Roberts, I think is the man. I think he's second top goal scorer in the league, and he loves a goal. And he nearly got one there as we talk about him, the man Roberts. But we keep it at 1-0. Bristol Rovers definitely the team in charge here. 60% possession. I think straight away we're going to time waste a little bit and keep it on cautious and just change this to be the Bristol Rovers formation, because I don't need to see ours. I know ours. Actually, there's no other games going on, so you might as well see both of them down there, mightn't we? And see how we match up. They're in a 4-2-3-1 today, not having the greatest of games as their front three so far. Hopefully we can keep it that way. However, we know they are dangerous. And that's a great save from Ben Wilson. Well caught and well clutched to his chest. And it is cleared to Lingard, but headed back. And it looks like Bristol going to come back on another one. Bernard does well there. And we can maybe get a counter-attack on with Sammy down the right mid. He hasn't played much this season, but he has started here today over Josh Nerfield. Right mid is a position we really need to strengthen next year. And it's a position that I really want to find someone for years and years to come. Jack McKenzie, a great interception. Finds Jordan Davies. He's Wrexham through and through. Oh, when Neves hit the crossbar, then I thought we were going to get a penalty, and we end up getting neither, and it ends up at 1-0 at half time. I thought it was going to be 2, and the magic of Wembley is hopefully going to take us through. Roberts is a man that scored countless goals this season. I think he scored 3 against us this season, but today's on a 6.3, and Reece Williams is dealing with him very, very well. Find Joe Bellingham and find a boy over the top. No? Okay. That's normally the way we go, but instead it's going to be Bernard to try one, and it's not quite as good as the quality of Job, a man we are certainly going to miss next year. There is Charlie Lingard, though. Finds Jordan Davies down the left-hand side, and the man who was Wrexham through and through puts it just over the bar. We have definitely been the team not on top here today. Bristol Rovers have been the team in a certain. They've changed to a 4-2-4, and I'm worried that they're going to get a bit much. So I'm going to put these two both on support because they've pushed their wingers maybe a little bit too high for me to stay on attacking. I'm going to bring on 2 new wing backs as well to try and deal with that. And we're going to bring on Paul Mullin for Neves because Paul Mullin loves goals and he loves experience. Roberts a 6.1 today, and there's only 15 minutes to go, and this game has absolutely whizzed by, and it is the playoff final, and I feel sick. I've had a chocolate velvetizer, a chili chocolate one at that, and it's making me feel a bit weird. Charlie Lingard going through on goal there, a decent effort but well saved by the keeper, and this is the attack I was talking about from Bristol, but it is well intercepted, and it is a ball down the line for Super Paul Mullin. He gets it into Lingard, who puts it over the bar, and that is a link up we have seen time and time again come off, but that time it flies over the bar. There is just 5 minutes to go. When do we go very defensive? When do we shut everything up? And as Dr. Benji would say, go Italian and go a 5 back with 3 ball-winning midfielders in front of it. If you remember that, shout out to you, because that was a few years ago. Eduardo Bove tries to be the Italian hero he wants to be. We are going to go defensive and we are going to time waste like hell. We're going to just slow this game down and kill it. There is 2 minutes to go, 1 minute to go, and it's not over yet. Slow it down. Win this, Charlie. Win this, Charlie. or should I say Messi, because you are basically Messi, Lingard, the GOAT, Cortez with ball over the top. It is Roberts, who's been awful all day, but he's going to get on the end of that one. And he's on a 6 rating, but when the man has scored 31 goals all season, he's offside. He's offside. Oh, it's his 31st goal of the season, it's offside. And we have been given a blessing by the Football Manager gods. There is 1 minute to go. We're into the Championship. We have won the League One playoff final. We should have been here a year ago, but today we have done it. It is a 4th minute Deschamps Bernard header, which gets us in a winning. Why have we not had a presentation? We've won the playoff final. I thought we were going to get a presentation, so it's a bit of a bittersweet ending, but a fantastic 1-0 win where we were probably not the team on top. Bristol Rovers are a very good side, but that doesn't matter now. We were in their position last year, and we are now in the position where we are going to be a Championship side next year. I am in absolute shock, but Wrexham are promoted to the Championship. Oh, that feels so good. It's a year late. This should have been last year, but here we are, and in one click's time, we have got the board budgets as well. I'm absolutely delighted, and so are the board. They are delighted. The Wrexham faithful are very happy. Cleek is happy, even though he's not going to get a work permit, so he is done. Bernard has played very well. We're going to just do this press conference. Oh, I didn't want to see that. You guys have seen it before I have. It is quite a big increase, I think. 150k a week and £700,000 in transfer budget. That's like £50,000 added to the wage budget. I imagine we're going to get some absolutely outrageous increases wage-wise start coming through. We're going to just go through that and click through it. When we get 720,000 in the bank as well. What are the finances looking like? We've got 1.1 million in the bank. They're not fantastic, but they're not awful. But none of that matters. We are in to the Championship. Next year is going to be very, very difficult. Jordan Davies wants a new contract. How many times is this going to happen? We aren't going to go through all that today. We're going to have a season recap out tomorrow morning, which is Saturday morning, and Saturday evening you'll have a massive transfer special. Hopefully maybe not 50 minutes like the last one. I'll try and keep it between 30 and 40, and Sunday we'll have a double header of kicking off the season and having the end of the August transfer window as well. We've got a lot of building to do. The Championship is a tough old league. One thing we will just quickly check is who is in the Championship still. Southampton have been promoted. It is QPR versus Sheffield United in the final of the playoffs. We're not going to place Millwall, Barnsley or Shrewsbury. Who's come down from the Premier League? It is Blackburn, Bournemouth, and either Norwich, Palace, Leeds or West Ham or Southampton could all still be going down. So there is a lot still to be decided. But we have finished our season and we are promoted to the Championship. Thank you guys for watching. Keep your eyes peeled for tomorrow's episodes. It's going to be a busy couple of days for me, but I am buzzing. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and come back soon for Championship action.